finding on the lower court. So I was actually surprised that a high court have refused to obey or abide by the determination of a Supreme Court judgment.
And then take the only part that is against him and then refuse to apply the part that is in favor of him.
This cherry picking of what was contained in the Supreme Court judgment is what I'm against.
Yes, that's correct.
It should be implemented holistically.
Yes,
I'm not against facing any trial.
Judgment.
After all, I'm innocent, they have nothing against me. But there cannot be any trial when key sections of the Constitution and a key Supreme Court judgment has been violated by a court of law.
Hello guys, this will really surprise you. The shocking thing Nnamdi Kanu did in court that made Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja, formally withdrawn from the ongoing trial of the IPOB leader. Now, no say, but don't they scratch Justice Binta Nyako since make she drop this case. Say she no want preside over this case again. But because of the pressure, she's having from the Nigerian government, she was just like, let me stay, let me not stay. With the year Binta Nyako, plans to drop Nnamdi Kanu's case. Later, we'll come here say, after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't travel, go China, come back, he had a secret meeting with her. And she now said, oh, that report that I have dropped from Nnamdi Kanu's case was all rumor. But yesterday, God buttered that bread. Because what she was looking for has actually come to her face to face like this. She was like, wow, this is what I was looking for. Why can't I just make use of it? Nigerians. Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja has formally withdrawn from the ongoing trial of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. After a dramatic scene in court on Tuesday, the development marks a critical junction in Kanu's long-running legal battle with the federal government over charges of terrorism. The withdrawal of Justice Nyako followed a heated outburst from Kanu, who declared that he no longer had confidence in the judge's ability to preside fairly over his trial. So the proceedings, which had already attracted significant attention due to the controversial natures of the charge, took an unexpected turn when Kanu rose from the dock to address the court directly, overriding his lawyer's attempt to represent him. During the session, Kanu, in an emotional outburst, instructed his lead lawyer, Aloy Ejimakor, to step aside, taking control of the courtroom. Himself, he accused Justice Nyako of bias and declared that he could not trust her to deliver a fair judgment. And this act of defiance sparked a brief uproar in the courtroom, with security officials scrambling to restore order. I have no confidence in you, Kanu reportedly told the judge, demanding her immediate withdrawal from the case. His unprecedented request caught the attention of both his legal team and the prosecution, sparking immediate debate over whether the judge should step aside. Counsel for the federal government, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, San Awomolo, opposed Kanu's demand. He argued that the trial's progression was with line with the Supreme Court directive and that there were no legal barriers for the judge to rescue herself. Awomolo further contended that Kanu's outburst was an attempt to disrupt the legal process and the court should proceed without delay. However, despite the federal government's objections, Justice Nyako took the unusual step of granting Kanu's request. She stated, that although she had previously handled the trial impartially, she believed it was in the best interest of justice for another judge to take over. So the judge expressed her frustration with the continuous disruptions in the trial, which has been marred by repealed adjustments and legal challenges from Kanu's defense team. The integrity of the judiciary process must remain intact, Justice Inyako remarked before announcing a decision. So for the sake of transparency and the interest of justice, I am rescuing myself from this case. I will instruct that this case file be returned to the Chief Judge for reassignment. With this decision, the case file will now be returned to the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John, who will reassign the trial to another judge. The timeline for the reassignment and the subsequent continuation of the trial remains uncertain, though the case will likely proceed under new leadership in the coming months. For now, Nnamdi Kanu has been remanded back in the custody of the Department of State Service (DSS), where he has been held since his extradition to Nigeria from Kenya in June 2021. His detention and trial have sparked widespread reactions, particularly among his supporters and the larger Biafran independence movement, who see him as a political prisoner rather than a criminal. The trial has been a focal point in Nigerians' ongoing struggle with separatist movements, particularly in the southeast region. Kanu and his group, IPOB, have been at the forefront of calls for the establishment of an independent Biafra, a demand that has led in numerous clashes with security forces and accusations of terrorism by the federal government. The charges against Kanu include treasonable felony, terrorism, and unlawful possession of firearms, all of which he denies. Kanu's legal battle have drawn international attention, with various human rights organizations expressing concern over the Nigerians' handling of the case. The situation has also reignited debate about the right to self-determination and the government's approach to addressing secessionist movements. So we'll see how things unfold in future, but just be rest assured that interesting times is ahead of us in Nigeria. So I'm dropping it here. Kindly drop your comments below the comment section, please. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share this video, let it go viral. Let Nigerians understand what is happening today in the Nigerian political landscape. Thank you, and bye for now.
So you be patient for the case to go back and come back to court?
This is my 4th year in solitary confinement in detention. The 5th year will not kill me.
Sorry, what if the case is also reassigned back to her? Will you still be comfortable?
It's not going to happen.
No, it won't happen.
It won't happen. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way at all.
Thank you very much.
These are the things that the public must understand. Most of you journalists, the legal correspondents, you don't take time to actually study some of these rulings and judgments. Go and study. In fact, I'll give you...
Bring that envelope. Bring the envelope.
Look at it here. Look at it here. Look at it.
I'll give it to her because I think she's a bit more...
Give her the legal judgment.
Can you hold this for me?
She can...
I want to let the whole world understand something. Very, very clear. In all this is judgment of the Supreme Court. It made it very clear that even that the impartiality of the judge is questionable. And it's here. Where is it? Please do bear with me. It says it here.
I like
what is it, page? What is that again? Where it says all these things are online. Is it not page 18? All these things are online. So I suggest that the journalists in this country actually take out time to do some basic research. It's not difficult, just minor research. You will understand the vacuousness, the emptiness of all the charges against me.
Okay.
They kept switching the charges. Yes. They said I committed this crime in England, isn't it? Yes. I made a broadcast in England.
Yes.
And in 9 charges leveled against me, this place where I committed this crime was London, in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Yeah, based on that, they removed London.
Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
Location of the broadcast.
Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196?
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
In violation of their own laws. Violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdi Kanu to stand trial where all these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible.
Because the Nigeria